Hey, it's Mike Sheely again. If you're watching this on Monday when it's going live, it's actually a recorded video. I'm traveling today, and so I thought I would pre record the video, but I'm doing it live, so it's unedited, same as the normal videos would be. I wanted to help you see that we'll be going live at the same consistent time, 8:15 a.m. Eastern. On that note, my goal is to do that Monday through Friday. But here's the deal. For some of you, that's really early on your time zone. If you're Pacific or Phoenix, or that could be later in the afternoon or evening if you are into Europe and Asia. So here's the deal. Wherever you are watching this video from, let me know in the comments. Does 8:15 a.m. work for a 10-minute live video from me? Is that a time you can hop on and interact? I know you can watch it anytime after the video is done, but my goal with doing these live is that you can hop on and ask questions, and we can have an engaging time together on the video while it's live. If it doesn't work for you, then that doesn't work for us. I don't mind doing content that's recorded for you to watch anytime, but I really want to build this up where you can watch it and interact with it. So let me know in the comments what time zone works best for you. If you're going to actually engage with it and leave comments, interact, you can do that delayed by putting comments on it now. But if you were to do that live, what time would work best for you? Okay. Last video, I encourage you to check out Bible Project and a whole bunch of resources. And I realized after I was done that I probably should slow down and walk through a few of those resources that I've been using for a long time, but might be brand new for you. That's what we're going to do today. Walk through a few resources, give you some tips and kind of some advice, and get things rolling. I'm a new channel. I'm new at this. None of these are affiliate links. There's no money involved. I don't get paid based on what you do. I genuinely want to help you out. And I'm not at a point yet where I can benefit from that financially. So it's just to help you out when it comes to reading the Bible. That being said, I want to show you this page. This is the New Living Translation Life Application Study Bible hardcover. And if I were to pick the best one, like this is about $60. If you were to go and choose one that is indexed, that's actually the one I would recommend. Oh, hardcover indexed. Yeah. And what that means, you can kind of see here that edge of the Bible has these little thumb parts on it where you can go through and actually know quickly where each of the books of the Bible are. And that's a good resource. So here's the deal. If you're like, I just want to know what kind of Bible should I get? It's going to be cheaper to buy a Bible that's just the text, but my recommendation is going to be that you get a Bible that has some notes in it to help you understand what you're reading. And for me, the Life Application Study Bible is one of my favorite ones. It's one of the ones I've used from the very beginning of becoming a Christian to get into not just what does the text mean, but what do I need to do based on what I've read. And that's the thing about the Bible. It's not a book just to read and get more information. It's a book that really should be changing how you think and how you speak and how you act. And so if you're doing those things, then that is a resource you want to help you grow in your understanding. And so I'd recommend Life Application Study Bible. There are digital versions of that available. Right now, I just want to focus on if you're going to get one, this print version is where I would go. The index makes it really helpful to find stuff really quickly. And I will put a link in here. And here's the deal on Tyndale's website, uh, you can buy it from them directly, or they also give you a whole bunch of links if you want to go check it out and compare prices at other places, maybe find a sale. You can do that. I just recommend getting a print Bible because for me, I get too distracted. Like I love technology, but if I'm on a digital Bible, I'm thinking about sharing it with people. I all of a sudden get a notification or a link. When I sit down and read the Bible, most of the time throughout my time as a Christian, and even right now, I sit down with a print Bible and my journal, highlighters, pens, whatever, and I read that way so I'm not as distracted. As you're about to see, I do like some digital tools. There are things that are very helpful. When I was going to Lincoln Christian College, I would have to go to the library and find these big, thick, heavy books and hope that they were available and look through things for resources. And it took time. I couldn't take it with me. Now, a lot of those resources are available for you either for free or for a much lower cost to have with some digital tools. And so I will cover a few today and in the next video, and then I'll be sharing more as we go along. One of the resources I want to show you, I mentioned it and linked it in the last video, and that's BibleGateway.com. This web page allows you to read the Bible in a lot of different translations, even beyond English. At the very top of the screen, it has our translation. So we've picked New Living Translation. And if I go in here and I type John 1, and you can see you can scroll down, it brings in the whole John chapter 1. You can read for free right there at BibleGateway.com. If you wanted to change it, let's say instead of the New Living Translation, you wanted to read the New International Version, you would just go in there and choose it. Now be careful. There's a New International Version UK with British English, and there's a New International Version as it is with American English. So choose the one based on where you're at. You can click on that, hit the little search magnifying glass, and now it will change the text to be that version on your screen. You also have a little drop down right above the text. You can click on it, I think. Yes, and you can scroll here and change the translation of what you have on that screen. So I did mention if you wanted to paraphrase a little fresh reading of things, you could go to the message and they have that on here. You simply click on that and it changes it, and now you can read it all in the message. And I mentioned, wow, I mentioned the Easy English Bible, not so easy for me to say, and they have that on here as well. You simply tap on that drop down arrow, and if you scroll down, actually go up to Easy English Bible. There's the easy to read version, but I'm talking about the Easy English Bible. Then it will bring that translation in. You can read that as well. You can kind of compare these and see what you like. There are other resources on here, but I wanted to make sure that you knew just at the very basic beginning, we're going to be reading and studying through the book of John. And so I would recommend you get a print Bible to do that with. And if you don't have that yet, or you want to compare some translations before you invest some money into a print Bible, go to BibleGateway.com, pull up those translations. There's a bunch of other ones if you want to compare and see what else is out there. Just to keep things simple and not take a lot of time with it, these are the ones that I'm highlighting. And if I'm honest, those are the main translations that I use. Because I have studied Greek and Hebrew, I have some of those resources available on my laptop. There's other software that I use, but that's where we get started. Now, I also gave you links last time for Bible Project. So if we go over here, the How to Read the Bible playlist is my starting point. If we were sitting down at a table together and you said, "Hey, I'm new to all this. Where do we start?" I would bring up this video. It's about 6 minutes long. What is the Bible? I'll have this specific video linked in the description below, as well as the playlist these videos are on. There's 19 videos to walk you through 5 to 6 minutes at a time how to understand the Bible. If we were sitting down together in person, I would play this 6 minute video and then we talk about it. Here's the deal. If you want to watch the video, pause this one, go click the link and watch that video, and then come back and leave some notes in the comments for me. You watch that 6 minute video. You might have to watch it 2 or 3 times because there's so much in the video, or play it through all the way once and then come back and pause it. But leave me some notes in the comments. Is this helpful? Are there new questions you have based on what you saw in that video? What do you want to share? Is this helpful for you? Does it help you understand a few things about the Bible and how it was put together and why it has 66 books through that video? Let me know in the comments section. And then I would say keep going back and keep watching those videos. You can binge through all 19 of them, or you can watch a few. I would encourage you, if you don't already, grab a cheap notebook, or if you want to buy a nice journal, you can. And as you watch the videos, write down some of your thoughts. Or if you're more of a digital person, open up the Notes app on whatever device you use and take a few notes while you're watching these videos of things that you're learning, things that you have questions about, things that you want to share, either that you agree or disagree with in those videos. Very, very helpful resources. When it comes to reading the Bible, I also want to tell you uh, kind of a 3 step process when it comes to reading and studying that I use. And then you can either make it your own or start off with this if you're very beginning. When I mentioned before reading my grandmother's letters, we just sit down and we read it all the way through. Then we'll often go back and read certain parts again as we talk about it, and the things that are funny or things that are meaningful, we'll go back and share that. When you're reading a normal book, you start at the beginning and you read all the way through, especially if it's a book that you enjoy and not just a book that somebody assigned you to read. When you're reading the Bible, there are 66 books, and that's a lot of material to cover. So if you haven't read it or haven't read it for a while, I'd recommend starting in the book of John. You can look in the table of contents in your Bible. It has a table of contents like any other book does, and then it will tell you what page John starts on. And I'd recommend going there and reading that first. Now, in the link below, I also have the links for the John overview videos, just like I did in the last video. There's two of them, one for the first 13 chapters and one for the second half of the book. And so here's the deal. When you read the book of John, there's a lot more to it than just the text on the page. And so I'd recommend going and watching. If you want to, I've included the New Testament overview video. It shows you an overview of the entire New Testament. And then I've included links for those two John books. And here's what I would do. Watch the New Testament overview video, watch both John videos, and then open up your Bible, whether you're using a digital one or a print one, and read John. Most chapters of the Bible take about 5 minutes to read. And so if you're going to read through the book of John, you're talking 21 chapters. That's 105 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes. So it's like watching a movie. It'd be 2 hours to read the whole book of John. If you can do that at one setting, awesome. There's not a lot of books that I read, even for fun, that I sit and read cover to cover. I'm usually reading them in chunks. But when you read the Bible, I would say the first time you read it, don't worry about highlighting or notes or studying or journaling. Just read it like you're reading a good book for the very first time. Just read it through. The second time you read it, again, this is a slow process. I'm not challenging you to read the entire Bible in a year. There are people who do that. I'm challenging you to say, let's sit and read the Bible and learn about Jesus and what God has to say to us through his word. Maybe for the very first time, maybe in a way that's not so confusing for you. So don't feel rushed. One of my tips with reading the Bible is read as much as you can or you want, then put a bookmark in it and come back to it and pick up where you left off. If you read a bunch today and you don't read tomorrow, don't feel guilty the next day. Just pick up where you left off. If you're reading a book for fun and you miss a few days, you don't get caught up in perfectionist, or you shouldn't. It's not about reading it every single day. That's a habit to get into. But when you're just beginning to read the Bible, my recommendation is to sit down and read through it, be relaxed, just take in what you're reading. It's going to take you about 2 hours or so to read the whole book of John. And so just take the time to read through it. And then my recommendation is to go back and do my highlighting or note-taking method. In my next video, I'll walk you through what that color-coded system is and how I take notes when I read the Bible. When I'm going through reading a book for the second time, I take a few notes that help me with what to journal about, what to study, and how to get not just more understanding of what I'm reading, but how to live out better what I'm reading. So, challenge today. If you haven't already, check out this How to Read the Bible playlist from Bible Project and begin to understand the big picture of how to read the Bible. There's a lot of content in each of those 5 to 6 minute videos. So you can binge it if you wanted to. I'd actually recommend like just watching one a day over the course of a month and slowly growing in your understanding of what it's talking about. Give yourself time to digest. It's like if you eat some really good food, you can just consume a lot of it and feel miserable, or you can enjoy a little bit and then come back and have some leftovers. My challenge with these videos is watch one a day, let your mind kind of process it and think about it, and then come back and watch the next one till you get through all 19 of those videos. If you wanted to get yourself digging into reading the Bible specifically, then I would say either grab a copy of a physical Bible, like the one I recommended, or go online, use BibleGateway. It's a free resource. Pull up the New Living Translation, the New International Version, the Message, the Easy English Version, whatever works best for you. Or I've also included a link below for StreetLights Audio Bible. You can just pull up the audio Bible for the book of John in English or Spanish and listen to that. But I would either listen through or read through the book of John once, just like you were listening to an audiobook for the first time or reading a book for the first time. Don't worry about highlighting or writing anything down. Just read it and let the story kind of soak in. In the next video, I'll talk you through an active way to read when you're looking at it a second time to help you dig a little bit deeper into it. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.